Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory gameplay adventure Let's Play extravaganza, where today we're going to be continuing our seemingly never-ending quest to upgrade the space elevator. We've got the 500 modular frames, and now we need 150 motors, which I don't think will take too long. We don't have an automated way to construct them yet. It's on my to-do list. I think that after we get the elevator upgraded, we're going to see what we've unlocked in the next two tiers, and then we're going to expand our factory sort of that direction and out here and over there and over there, and we're going to start the next phase of automation. So we've got rudimentary automation up right now, just producing things, and in case you folks have forgotten, we've got iron, we've got steel, we have got, what is this, copper. We've got plates and rods and nails, you know, sort of the basics, but we need to take that up to the next level and start auto-producing rotors and motors and boaters and exploders. I'm trying to think of things that rhyme, and I'm having a rough time. We did leave off here last time researching something, didn't we? No, we didn't. Oh, but you know what? We needed to find more sulfur. I should probably do a Google search on how to find that. I don't remember how I found it last time. Wasn't I just hitting a rock or something somewhere? Hold on a second. Someone linked me to a map, which is the entire world, and you can view it all, and I don't want to look at that because that feels very spoilery. I like the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that I just don't know about and haven't experienced, and will just have to find myself. I appreciate it, though. I definitely appreciate it, but I do like having to discover some of that stuff myself. Is this... reckon this is sulfur? Raw quartz. Have I gotten raw quartz before? I don't think so. This looks entirely new. Okay, well I was hoping it would be sulfur. I'm pretty sure that's how we found sulfur before, though. I just came across a random rock of sulfur somewhere, and I collected that. What is this here? Limestone. Okay, well that's not new. We've gotten limestone before. Wait! Hold on, we've got an object scanner. But can we put sulfur in the object scanner? Or do we need to find more sulfur and then study it before we can put it into the object scanner? What does the object scanner actually do? I don't know. I'll tell you what I like a whole lot about this update is the fact that I can now run around freehand, and then, you know, when just flipping the wheel there, get a weapon out, and then, you know, go back to freehand. How did I go back to freehand? How did I get freehand? Hold on a second. Go back to freehand, dadgummit. Can I not? It's not gonna let me. Oh no! I shouldn't have selected anything! Now we're stuck like this! I'm gonna hit all the buttons. Ah, no, dadgummit, that's... we'll deal with it. I don't like having this entire side of the screen obscured, but there doesn't seem to be anything we can do about it. Might as well fight some monsters while I'm out here, but I am interested in trying to find more sulfur. That's sort of what I'm doing. That's my #1 priority, come here, you. Ooh, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting pretty good at this. What have we got here? Copper ore? No, thank you. Wow! Effective. I don't know if we're even going in the right direction to find sulfur. We've definitely never been where we are right now before. I heard something growling. Hello? Oh! Hi there, you. Are you in the tree? How did you get up there? Do you have an explanation for this behavior? Get on down. Get down from there. This is not healthy for you. You are not a tree-faring species. Don't lie. Excellent. Tree-faring is like traveling through trees. I should have said tree-dwelling. Would have made a whole lot more sense. Here we go. We got some blue stuff now. It's copper. Of course copper veins are blue. I've forgotten. Wait a minute. That's my factory. Oh, no, that must be the coal. How did I get over here? I've just been wandering, just randomly wandering. I've got no idea how I got to where I am right now. Isn't that... wait, over there is where I found sulfur before. Now it's all coming back to me. I remember I was doing construction work over there when I found it. Was that even on camera? I can't remember. We should probably head back over there, though, because that's where we're more than likely going to find more. Unless that's what this is right here. This looks like iron, though. And it is. Hey, wait a second. Weren't there walls over here before? Oh, you know what? I think I had to get rid of them when I expanded and created the additional generators. How are we doing on power, by the way? Oh, wow. And we've got tons of power headroom. We've got too much power headroom. So this right down here is where I think I found the sulfur. In fact, it was this rock right here, so we could just pick up more right here. And potentially mine up all of it, which I'm okay with. Yeah, because we need it all anyway. Eventually we're going to have to upgrade this conveyor belt or replace it with a couple of tractors, because it's too slow, and when we start automating steel, we're going to need a lot of steel, and I think our limiting factor is not going to be the iron, it's going to be the coal. So either I can replace that line with a second tier. I could add a second line, because we do have 2 facilities producing steel at the moment. I could just have 2 lines running to it, but that might just be dumb. I'm not sure. Okay, well that was a wonderful way to start the episode, running off to find more sulfur. Not what I intended, but there we go. In 15 minutes we'll know what that's all about. Now I need to sort of wrap my head around what we're doing with rotors, and we need rotors to make motors? Where is a motor? There it is. Yeah, we're going to need 2 rotors for every motor, as well as 2 starters. Those don't look too complicated, and this here is just rods and nails. So both of these they're straightforward. We have the raw ingredients being made, and we can make our own raw ingredients. How many of that did we need, though? We needed 150. Good grief. And it was 2 of each, right? So for 150, we're going to need 300 we're going to need 300 rotors and 300 starters, which requires 10 copper. Okay, with the copper wire, I can say this. We have been hoarding copper wire for a very long time now, and it finally has a purpose. And I guess I could just take it all. That might be too much, though. Now my inventory is full of the stuff. So we're going to need 300 steel pipes. And that means we need 300 steel. I think we probably have enough for that already. We do. And if a long time ago I had thought to automate the production of steel pipes, we'd probably have enough, but we don't. And that's okay. This gives me something to do. It gives me some downtime. And done with these starters. I got a feeling this is going to be a lot faster than when we had to build those modular frames, because we're already halfway there. We've got the 300 we need starters. Now we just move on to the rotors. And that's just basic materials, so we should be good to go. Oh no, we only have enough iron rods and nails to make 141 rotors. Which means I'm going to have to go back and possibly make my own. Just go ahead and just take everything. Just take it all. We're going to have to make my own nails and rods. Screws! They're called screws! They're not nails! I don't know why I keep saying that! Okay, what's our limiting factor here? Do we need more rods? Or do we need more? No. Okay, apparently we've got enough rods. The thing we need more of is screws. So I'm just going to keep bouncing back and forth between making more rods and more screws until I have enough to make the 300 rotors, at which point I will make the 300 rotors and then the 150 motors. Why are we sending all of this into outer space via a giant elevator? It's for the corporation. It's for the company. I don't know what they're doing with it. Maybe they're building some sort of station in space. I still like to roleplay as though this is some sort of I'm here on this planet building a colony, not just for the company, but for the future of humanity. Is that the case? Based on everything I've seen? No, it is not. But this is my fantasy universe. Let me live in it. Well, sci-fi. Sci-fi and fantasy can be, they can cross over. Star Wars is basically just the fantasy in space, isn't it? You can move stuff around with your mind, and you've got space wizards. Uncle Owen literally calls Obi-Wan, a wizard. Is that wizard just a crazy old man? And he was a crazy old man. Anakin was a good friend. You argued constantly, and then you chopped off his legs. In the original cut of the film, a lot of people don't know this, but episode 3, Anakin, lying next to the lava, on fire, is crying and asking Obi-Wan to help him, and that's the moment Obi-Wan turns and walks away. They cut out the audio in that scene of Anakin saying, "Please help me," but if you look at his lip movements, you can still see him mouthing the words, "Please help me," and then Obi-Wan looks away in disgust and leaves. Now, I understand that's what had to happen, because dark side and all that stuff, but that's pretty cold. That is really cold, and it kind of explains why Anakin just continues to hate him all the way up until episode 4, because he did just leave him there burning alive. It's horrific. I don't know if I like that change, though. In the script it had him say it. It made it all the way to shooting. It was just cut out during the editing phase. I would have liked to see that. I would have liked to see that moment of regret. I think it would have led to some fun fan speculation, too, about whether or not he really regretted his decision in that moment, or whether or not he was just in so much pain he wanted Obi-Wan to come help him. And then he would have gone back to the dark ways. Episode 3 is a great movie. I love the Star Wars prequels. Nah, you know what? It's not. They're all terrible. but that's okay. I like them anyway. You can like things that are bad. There's this new thing amongst younger children, millennials in particular, where if you like something, everyone else must also like it, and if they don't, then they are wrong. And that's not a positive way to look at the world. You're going to drive yourself crazy living like that. In reality, some things are objectively bad, and you can still like them on a subjective level. The Star Wars prequels are bad movies. They are poorly paced. The plots make sense on paper, but they're poorly executed, I think is the big problem. And poor execution can make for a bad movie. But there are some little nuggets in there that, maybe handled a little bit more competently would have made them better films. And even that aside, you can still like them. I still like them. I still love them. But then again, I do love bad movies. The Master of Disguise is a bad movie with no redeeming qualities whatsoever. But I enjoy watching it, and I will force people who have never seen it to watch it with me. And at the end, they always look at me and they say, Rees, why have you made me watch this garbage? My response to them is always, because I love it. It is terrible, but I love it. And that is okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only place we're going with this. I don't know what else to say on the matter. Jeez, we are manufacturing screws way too slowly. Same thing with rods. It's just, we gotta overhaul that. That's gotta be an upcoming episode. The great overhaul of the nails and rods production, as well as plates. Everything needs to be overhauled. Maybe we'll upgrade some things and we'll get access to faster production machines. I mean, of course we will. We've got to. So that'll be useful. Hey, you know what? All that discussion about Star Wars Episode 3 has brought us to the point where we're ready to make 300 rotors. And as we do that, we can watch the number of motors we can generate slowly increase to 150, while I discuss Star Trek Into Darkness. No one wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about that. I didn't hate that movie. But unlike the Star Wars prequels, I didn't like it either. I was just very meh. I'm not a big Star Trek guy. I tried to go back and watch the original series 5 years ago, and I thought it was fun. I need to go back and continue watching it. I just stopped because I didn't have time and other things got in the way. But everyone says you need to, you gotta watch the one with Magneto in it. No, not Magneto. Professor X. I'm like, I don't have time for that. Picard. Which one is he in? Next Generation? No, he's in Star Trek. I don't know what they're called. Is Deep Space Nine a Star Trek thing? I've never seen it either. If you're a Star Trek fan, comment down below some Star Trek information for me. Thank you. Hey, we've done it! I'm watching Best of the Worst on my iPhone while we do this, by the way. That's what I'm doing while this is going on the side. Nice. Didn't we determine if I looked away before this thing ended, it would, cancel? Okay, no, not on that one. That looks fine. I want to watch this. I want to watch this happen. Here we go. Neato. And away it goes. Do we have to wait for it to return before we can do anything else? I don't know. Next tier space elevator. Unavailable in early access. Oh, okay. Delivery will unlock tier 7 and 8. Dadgummit. Early access is holding us back here, friends. Early access is the big restrictor. But we've unlocked everything up until whatever tier this is. The complete space elevator phase 3. Literally can't. Literally impossible. Will not let us. We can now look for berries, though. And didn't we unlock something else similar to that before? Medicinal inhaler. Oh, wait a second. Fully restore health. No, wait, we got that, didn't we? Didn't we do that? I think we did that. Can be inhaled to fully restore health. Didn't we make one of those? What did we make last time? I thought I made a medicinal... Yeah. It's right there. Wait. Game. Hold on. What are you talking about here? Where did it go? Why is that still there? It wants a bunch of stuff from me. Why? I don't know why. We'll have to do that, I guess. Sure, and then we've got some object scanners we need to do. Those are pretty straightforward. We just give it palm berries, barrel nuts, bacon. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. Tier 5, oil processing. Hey,